everybody. Thank you for joining us again for I Brought You Into This World. I'm your host, Amanda Hurley, and I have here with me my new friend, Natasha Veatch. How are you today?
I'm so great. How are y'all today?
Y'all, how are y'all? We're great over here. I sometimes throw in a y'all too, and I'm like, all right.
That comes from my many years of bartending.
Oh, I feel like
Because you don't want to gender people, so you say y'all.
I like that as a gender neutral term.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey y'all, we're gonna get to know her a little bit. So, where are you from, first of all?
I grew up in Dorchester.
Dorchester, now known as the Dot.
Yes, that's right.
It's happening. And tell me a little bit about growing up and your family. I know you have an interesting background.
Yeah.
So, yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, I grew up in Dorchester with a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was with 3 children at the time. I was the middle child.
All right.
And she did single parenting up until she met my stepfather. And I was about 10 at the time.
Oh, okay, so you've had a little of both.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've had a little bit of both. Yeah, yeah.
Very cool. And what was it like growing up with a single mom? Did you feel like you got enough attention, or was it hard?
As the middle child at the time, because my mom eventually had 3 more, I definitely was the independent child that she would say that she never had to worry about. And that really ingrained something in me that like eventually I had to like learn to let go of that trauma of like, my mom is saying that she doesn't have to worry about me, but truly I want her to, you know?
I know we both have that. I totally relate.
Yeah, so it just makes me think about that as I'm raising my own child and making sure that like I always worry about him and I never tell him that like he can be independent, but I am also always going to be there, if that makes sense.
You don't have to always be okay. You don't have to be a people pleaser.
Yes.
What is hard about that is, did you feel like you get rewarded for being a good girl, for lack of a better phrase?
Yeah, no, I actually didn't get much reward out of that.
Damn.
Like, yeah.
That's too bad.
I just, it gave me a lot of independence in a good way and kind of to my own detriment too. Like growing up and eventually finding my husband, he would joke that I'm very independent, and like I had to like let some of that go and like let him take care of me.
Yes, that's the best thing about being in a relationship is you can kind of like.
And it's hard though if you don't know how to let someone take care of you.
I'm like so good at letting people take care of me.
I wish that I was better at it. I'm still learning.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had older women come to me and be like, I just feel like I need to protect you. Just given that vibe of like,
that's so sweet.
Maybe innocent and a little scared. I don't know. But I think that it's like, it was different for me because I did get rewarded.
Yeah.
And I thought, that was maybe the only good quality I had was being nice and good. And that is a trap and does not help you advocate for yourself.
It's true.
So it's interesting how it like developed, like.
Yeah, it pushed me to do a lot of internalization. Like I had only me to depend on was like how I thought of it. Like
in a good way, some of it's in a good way, some of it not so much.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And then how did you see your mother at the time, and has that changed? Like when you think about her struggle and how it affected you?
I had a really hard time growing up with accepting her for who she was.
Yeah.
Because I thought that I needed her and she thought that I didn't need her. And so I internalized that, like I said. But then I got married. I had my son Myles, who is now 2. And when I was pregnant, I was like, I need to work on that. I need to be able to like let it go because she's going to be a grandmother. I want her to be in his life. And I just want to heal from that so that I can be a better parent. And so I kind of just had to accept her for who she was.
Yeah.
And that's really what I did. It was, I worked on just accepting her.
And because like, I'm sure she did do her best, which also doesn't invalidate anything you went through. Yeah.
I mean, I'm alive.
You're alive. And then I don't know if I would say you have the privilege to, but you fought to make sure your life was, would it be fair to say, easier?
Yes.
You only have the one kid.
Right.
You are married and you've worked really hard to get to a place where you're probably more comfortable than you were then.
Absolutely.
Was that influenced by your child? Did you have it in your head like, I've got to find a good guy that is going to be a great father, all of that?
So I knew from the very beginning, like my stance on like marriage and having a child was that like I need to be married in order to then have a child. And, you know, that doesn't happen for everyone. But for me, because of the way that I was raised, I said that that was my one rule and that my husband had to be a good father.
Yeah, I get that. I always prioritize it to the point where I was like, I'm not going to bother with having kids if I don't have a partner that's going to help me.
Right.
So I totally get that. Yeah. And you did it. You are a success story.
Here we are.
And you still like your husband.
I do, yes.
That's, you know, this is like the first year when the most divorces happen after having a child. And part of it, and this podcast is for men too.
Right.
Men are not educated about postpartum. And they think, oh, my wife is just a B word now. And they want to divorce her.
Right. Like,
they have no empathy. They don't understand.
Yeah. I feel like my husband was the most supportive in the first year. Yeah. He would come up to me almost obnoxiously and be like, are you having postpartum depression? Like, you're sad today. And I'd be like, okay, lay off a little bit. Like, I'm fine. I'm just going through the motions. But like, it's the normal kind of motions. Like, nothing for you to be worried about, but I appreciate it.
He's like, I'm so ready for her to have postpartum depression. He's like reading books about postpartum mental health. Good for him.
He did really educate himself on all of that to make sure that he knew how to support me if it did come down to it.
My husband's the same way. He's very like, I don't know if I want to say academic. He loves to learn.
Yes.
And he would study everything for me about like birth and pregnancy and postpartum. Like, I didn't know anything. He like knew more.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Women don't know a lot about their bodies sometimes. And I think it's like a fear thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like my husband like knows more about stuff and like reads into it, and I don't like to because it like skeeves me out.
But if you think about it, like we are exhausted. We're you know growing a baby, and they want to be productive. So their way of being productive is like feeling like, all right, let me do all of this research. Because my husband did the same thing. When I found out that I was pregnant, he like bought a bunch of books. Like, what do we feed the baby? Like, what should I feed my wife when she's pregnant? Because he felt like he needed to do something too. Like what I was doing was growing a baby.
So you didn't? Did you do that too, or were you like not studying up?
Oh, I was not doing anything except for sleeping.
I only read about parenting. I was concerned about the child, children, and he was concerned about me. Yeah. Which is actually kind of works out.
Yeah. It's a balance.
Yeah. But I do think like women have to care about them. You have to care about yourself.
It's true.
The birth giver needs to be like, all right,
what am I going to go through?
This is my life that I'm kind of putting on the line. How am I going to take care of myself?
Yeah.
But it's so much easier if you have someone to do that for you.
Definitely.
And so you have the one son whose name is
Myles.
Myles. Okay. Yeah. And how old is he?
He's just about 2 in a couple weeks, actually.
Yeah. I don't remember if we already said this, but I also have 2-year-olds, 2-year-old twins.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a great stage.
So exciting.
So fun.
Is. Yeah.
And did you always want kids or a kid?
I actually, funnily enough, wanted 3 children very specifically, and I wanted one of them to be adopted. And I used to have like little Barbies that I would play with and say, all right, this is the adopted Barbie.
Me too.
And yeah. And so I met my husband who was adopted, and we connected over that. And he actually convinced me from his own perspective that we shouldn't adopt a child, which is a whole nother thing to unpack.
I understand that perspective too.
Yeah. So right now it's 1, and we're pretty sure we're not going to have any more.
Yes.
Just because it takes a lot to raise 1 child, and you don't meet a lot of people that say like one and done.
No.
Yeah.
Although it's getting more popular.
Really? I'd love to meet those people.
I know like
feel like I'm alone.
on the decline.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Especially I think around here and like in like coastal cities or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's just there's a lot of more education.
Yeah.
And also, are you a millennial too? Because you're younger than I am.
Yeah.
Millennials are broke. Yeah. Like we have college debt. We weren't educated on that. And like college wasn't that expensive for our parents, and houses weren't that expensive.
That's why they had so many children.
Yeah. So many of us don't have kids at all because we can't afford to.
Exactly.
And I think like it's so smart and healthy to do whatever in your means. For some people, it's within their means to have. How many siblings did you have?
Well, 6. My goodness. Yeah. There were
not that it
6
wasn't within our means, but like for some people that's comfortable, and for others it's 1 or none.
Yeah.
Or 2. And so like do what works for you, right?
And I think that too, like speaking of being a number 2 out of 6. Like that was another reason why I decided to only have one child, because like growing up in a household with that many children, like eventually they're all going to want to pursue education or pursue dreams.
Yeah.
And how can you afford to put them all through college?
Yeah. I was thinking that too with my 2. I'm like, I need to focus on them and help them get into college or whatever else
Or whatever
they
it
need.
may be. Yeah.
And I also I kind of only wanted one. My husband and I were debating, like he wanted 2, I wanted 1.
How funny.
So
it ended up being 2.
I'm not like a religious person, but the heavens or whatever decided we will make that decision for her, and then they'll both be happy because she'll come around to it.
Yeah.
It was true.
So 2, like the twins run in your family?
Not really.
Oh,
I mean,
twins run in my family and my husband's family.
Do they? We have like grandparents that do have twins, but they like are fraternal, so that's like a whole different thing. So like yes, they kind of do. What is your twin connection?
My uncle and my aunt are fraternal twins.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And the same for my husband's birth family that he doesn't know much about, but he does know that there were twins in there.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So fun fact, fraternal twins are genetic.
Right.
So if
That's what we were worried about.
had that, then it would have made sense. But identical twins are an anomaly.
Interesting.
Yes. But anyway, 2 kids, 1 kid, it's a hard decision. And
it's true.
Do people bully you like he needs a sibling?
Oh,
absolutely.
That is so a thing. All the time. And it makes us uncomfortable. And we say to them, when are you going to have more children? Or even if it's like an older person and it makes them uncomfortable. And we're like, oh, do you see what that feels like?
Or when they're like, time's a ticking, you're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
It's always an older person that says that. And I have to bite my tongue because I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Neither are you. Like, you're getting to the end. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Time's a ticking for me.
Yeah. People just feel like they can tell parents in general, like especially when I was pregnant, people in the supermarket would like pass by me. There was this one very specific moment where someone screamed from across the aisle, boy, and pointed to my belly and just walked away.
I mean, they're trying to guess because of how you're carrying it, like the stupid ideas we have about like.
And I mean, they were right, but
that's
why do you feel like you can comment on my body? Right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's funny when kids do though. Like I went to the Y to go swimming for the last time because I was so big.
Yeah,
and this little girl's looking at me like this because I had twins and I was huge.
Yeah,
and then she looks at her mom and goes, thank goodness you're a midwife.
Oh, goodness.
Like she thought I was going to give birth in that pool at that moment.
Funny.
And her mom was like, I'm sorry. She's like obsessed with because of what I do.
Yeah, right.
She was very concerned for me. But it is interesting. And it's also, I think people need to be educated because you got to have, I guess tact would be the word. I don't know. Awareness. Sometimes it's because there's been infant loss for whatever, or, miscarriages for whatever reason. This woman maybe wanted another child and couldn't. And they're not thinking of that.
Right.
They're not. They're being insensitive.
Yeah.
They don't mean to be.
Right.
I think it's coming from a good place.
Yeah, definitely.
But you would think, especially with women, other women, you'd think that they would know better than ask these questions, but they don't. Somehow we never learn. So let's talk about identity shift. I love talking about that.
Yes.
Did you feel at all like a different person when you had Myles, your son?
Yes.
And this was only two years ago.
Right.
So it might be still happening.
Yes, I was
for me,
just going to say
too.
it's still happening.
Right. So we're in the same boat. So where are you with that?
I think, oh goodness, where am I? I'm still learning to accept who I have become.
Mm-hmm.
I have less independence, which is like a part of that shift, right?
Yes.
But also like my brain chemistry like changed.
I know.
And so I am learning about who I am all over again. It's almost like a midlife crisis that people go through when they become a mom. It's just, who are you now? And
it's matrescence.
Yes,
which
right.
sounds
I remember
like
you saying that.
adolescence.
Yeah.
Oh, I just learned that word myself.
Yeah, but you were mentioning that on the first episode, right?
Yeah, because we had a matrescence educator come on for maybe I think it was the 3rd episode.
Yes.
So yeah, I relate to that, which is why I always ask that question.
Right.
So where are you at with that? Like, have some of your hobbies or interests fallen off? Have you developed new ones?
I have developed 0 new hobbies.
That is fine. Neither have I. I've just lost them all.
I did lose all of them. I loved yoga. I loved just being active, and I don't make time for that for myself anymore. And that is my biggest gap, is like learning how to navigate, like accepting the fact that like my husband can't watch our son for an hour while I go to the gym. It's still in my head. Like, I don't have to feel guilty for that.
I feel guilty being here right now.
Absolutely. Me too.
I know my husband is stressed right now.
Yeah, same.
Love you. I know you support me, but I know you're stressed. You don't hide it. And
that's true.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But
my husband does not hide it either. And it makes me then feel guilty.
Yep. I feel guilty, and I wonder why he doesn't do the same. And I struggle to help him with that.
Right.
But you kind of have to take care of yourself, and the other person has to learn to take care of themselves.
It's true.
And do you think part of it is because you're tired? Is that part of why your interests have fallen off? Because I'm so tired. I struggled to get up this morning. I did an episode yesterday too, and I struggled, and I tried to pretend I don't, but they haven't been sleeping like through like the last 2 weeks because of the stupid coughs.
Right.
You know, and 2-year-olds is always something, right?
Yeah. And I am also a teacher. So on top of being a mom, I teach middle schoolers.
Oh, yeah.
So I am just always exhausted
and you're
from
touched
talking.
out.
Yes. Talking to kids and touched out, and it makes it then hard to like be a wife and a friend.
Yeah.
And anything else in general.
Well, you're just going from one to the other. Do you have any time when you're just alone?
Oh, never.
Yeah, I feel like we all need alone time, and we all need to be bored sometimes.
I crave boredom and
it's
alone
a luxury.
time.
Yeah, I remember being a kid and complaining about being bored. Oh, but it's wonderful.
Yeah, it is. My husband does cornhole on Tuesdays, and I look forward to those Tuesdays.
Is he in like a cornhole league?
He is.
Okay, so I had a meeting with Parks and Rec the other day. Like here at work.
Oh, cool.
And we were talking about that and like maybe doing like a little piece on it.
Oh, fun.
That's a whole thing. Anyway, so he does that, and that's his thing.
Right, and that's what I look forward to. It's like fun. That's my time alone, is Tuesdays after 6 p.m.
Yeah, that's another reason why I want my husband to go do things. But when he has time off, he does things for the house. He works extra. Like he does his second personal project job. Like I'm like, do something fun, please.
Like, just leave for yourself.
You can't. Yeah. I totally relate. And I also wonder, like, because I don't feel depressed, but my therapist asked me the other day, are you depressed? And I was like, well, I did lose all my interest. Yeah. And I don't go anywhere. Maybe I should think about that. Yeah. Maybe a little bit. Do you feel that way at all sometimes?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I haven't had a therapist since before my son was born, and that's about 2 years. Like right when I became pregnant, it was right when like I lost my therapist because she had shifted.
Oh,
and so that's hard. Yeah, it was inconvenient, but she was wonderful, and I just don't think about myself enough is what I'm learning today, and like I'm always thinking about, you know, I need to think about me more.
Have you thought about getting a therapist or set aside time?
Yeah, definitely.
Like I feel like I'm doing a shout out, but like the folks at Beyond Birthing. Yeah. I had Samantha Watson from before I was pregnant all the way through postpartum. Yeah. And she helped me so much. Like someone who's like specifically works with moms.
That's what I want.
You should look into that. We can chat about that.
Yeah, I would love to.
But this is so helpful, and I think everyone should go to therapy.
I agree.
Even if you feel like you have no trauma, your life is perfect. It isn't. Yeah. No one's life is perfect.
It's true. There's always something to talk about.
Yeah. Also, I feel like people who think everything's fine and dandy and that their life is perfect, they've got something going on. Something's wrong there. Do you like, I know you said that you kind of like lost some of those things, but like, do you have, when you start to feel more like yourself, because I think 2 years old is really young still. Yeah. Do you have any inkling of like, I kind of want to try this or do this? Or are you like, I don't know yet?
I don't know, because even when I'm like finally going back to the gym and stretching my body, like I had a really huge passion in yoga, and I'm like, can I do that at almost 35 again? Like when I was doing it, I was like 20 and my body was more nimble, and so I don't think I'm in the positive headspace to think about like going back to something. Maybe I just need to move forward and try something different.
Have you did you teach yoga, or were you thinking about doing something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so passionate about yoga that I wanted to teach it at one point.
Because I always see older yoga teachers.
Yeah.
And like restorative yoga is really
right.
popular. I actually do it. I'm not very athletic, and I'm always hurting. My back and neck always hurt.
Yeah.
And I go to restorative yoga, and I'm always the youngest person there. It's like women in their 60s and 70s and me.
Yeah.
And it's so nice. And that, like, even when you get older, I feel like there's a place for you there.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
don't, and you're 35.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish I felt young when I was 35. And now that I'm 40, I'm feeling it more so because I already decided I was old, way too young. So don't fall into that trap.
You're right. You're right.
You're not old. Also, you look like 20 or like you could be a teenager.
It's my
like
middle schoolers keeping me young.
They do, though. They age you and keep you young at the same time. And like maturity level, like I feel like I'm very mature, and then being around children, I'm on the same wavelength. Like I'm in the same wavelength with my 2-year-olds. And what does that say about me? We have the same jokes. All right. So shifting, I guess not shifting back, along the same lines with your son, the whole perinatal experience from pregnancy, birth, and then postpartum.
Yeah.
Were there parts that were easier than expected, parts that were harder?
Yeah. I think giving birth and being pregnant was the easiest part. Well, giving birth, I ended up having a C-section. So that part was hard.
Yeah.
But just like, I didn't really need an epidural until I had a C-section. And I felt like that was really natural for me. I know that that's not the same experience for everyone, but for me, I felt really good. Like I felt free in
awesome.
in that moment. The hardest part is actually right now is like just dealing with a toddler.
Yes, everyone acts like the other stuff is the hardest. Yes, dealing with a toddler. Yeah. What is it
I just
about
want
that?
to push him back into my belly and keep him safe in there sometimes.
I know. I am like freaking out that they're getting older too fast.
Yeah. And you were saying what was hard about being with a toddler. I think it's just the need to always be awake and ready to go and ready to move and shushing the tantrums and comforting the cries and that's like a part of life, I guess, is like, you're raising a toddler. Those are all natural, normal things. But still, when you're tired and you don't have any hobbies, like that becomes really hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think that getting hobbies and taking time away from them gives you more energy.
It's true.
And makes you more excited to hang out with them. Like you would think, spend more time with them, push myself to have that energy. But no, go do something and then come back.
Right.
That's when I'm the most excited to see them.
It's true. Yeah.
Not in the mornings. I want to be because they're so excited to wake up. It's like, they're like, it's wake up time. Yay. And then they just come running. I'm like, I would kill to have that feeling. I wake up feeling of dread. I hate mornings.
Yeah, me too.
So I feel you on that.
Yeah.
But were there things, so that was a hard part. Was that the gist of it? Or did I cut you off there?
No, I don't think you did.
That's the harder part is the 2 years out. And
the
then
toddlerhood.
But was there anything, I know you said that giving birth was easier. Was there anything about raising a toddler that you were like, this is not as hard as I thought? Or was it mostly the other way around?
I think it was mostly the other way around.
It's maybe not your age. Certain ages are easier for others.
I think 1 to 2 has been the hardest for me.
See, I love toddlers is my sweet spot because I was a toddler nanny. So we're all different.
Yeah, I think when he's 6 and older, I'll be thriving because, again, I'm a middle school teacher, so I know how to keep them entertained. Right now, it's just playing cars with him and pretending the fire truck is saving a little toy.
Like I said, I'm immature, so I just get right in there and I'm like, hello, how are you? I do the little voices.
Yeah, so everybody, I think, thrives in which version of their toddler they like.
Yeah. And the baby and into one.
Yeah.
I didn't like that as much because they weren't giving me anything in
Oh,
return.
I loved the little potato
See?
stage.
They're all
I
different.
miss it so much.
They were so cute.
Yeah,
but
I
I was
want my
like,
potato back.
really? It's just, this is why I love talking to women, because
Yeah.
we can all relate to each other, but yet we all have such
different.
different experiences.
Yeah.
And all of it's fine.
It's true.
Were there resources that you had? Were there resources you wish you had?
Yeah, I was struggling a lot when my son was 1, like, 11 to like 14 months. And at one point, my husband said, go to your OBGYN. And I made an appointment and I went. And my OBGYN was a younger woman, didn't have any children. And I told her like what I was feeling. I said, hey, what I'm feeling is not normal. I'm struggling right now. I don't normally feel this way. And she told me, am I getting enough sleep? Is anybody helping me to watch my son, Myles? And I told her no. And she said, well, you need to take time for yourself.
How are you supposed to
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah, it was terrible advice. And I ended up going back home and sobbing in my car. And I told my husband, like, I don't have anyone to support me. And he was, of course, the one that supported me.
Right,
and
but that's not enough.
Yeah, that's not enough. Yeah.
Right.
So it was hard on him. It was hard for him to be the one to like take care of me in that moment of like, struggling with all these hormones and all this change. And I didn't have my OBGYN to like back me up. She kind of just like patted me on the back and said, you're going to do fine, and sent me my way. And
it's
it
crazy.
didn't feel good.
And not to like put the focus on men, because it's not the main focus of this podcast, but they wear the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they are brought up to be the provider, to make everyone happy, to make everything work, to financially support. And so there is trying to take care of you and support you.
Yeah.
And no one is like helping him, enabling him to do that.
Yeah.
That is also hard.
Yeah, and I haven't gone back to her since, and I probably should find someone new.
Yes, you should.
Yes,
Get
I
on
will. But that fear still lives inside of me. Like, am I going to find someone who just, supports me, or just, again, dismisses my needs?
Well, listen, it's like dating. You can shop around.
Yeah, it's true.
You can even tell them, hey, I'm just trying to find like someone that meshes with me. I want to have an initial conversation. Therapists are used to that. They won't be offended.
Therapists are used to that. But I need to switch my brain because I don't think about OBGYNs that way, and I should.
Oh, I meant to say OBGYN.
Yes.
Sorry.
No,
Because we
I
were
get you.
also talking about therapists.
Yes.
Yeah. Both.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I did that. I only ended up meeting with 2 because my massage therapist said meet with multiple OBGYNs and here are the good ones. Yeah. But the second one I just clicked with, so I only had to talk to the 2.
That's awesome.
And they make it not awkward. They say, oh, like they just set you up. Oh, you'll do your first appointment with this person and your second with this. So you should try that.
Yeah.
Just shop around. But also same for therapists.
Yeah.
I will say. I feel like, well, I'm not speaking for you, but for me, I'm worried about offending people. So I don't want to be like, oh, sorry, I don't choose you.
Yeah.
But they get it. And
I
you
think
don't
they
have
do,
to. You don't have to package it that way. It's like fine. So other than like those 2 things, is there anything else that you felt like could have helped?
I think people being there, like community. We really lacked community when my son was born. And I think my mother-in-law and my husband's family helped as much as they could, but they're older and they're like in their mid-60s. So they don't remember how to do this anymore. They didn't remember how to take care of a newborn. My mother-in-law watches our toddler 2 times out of the week.
Same, yeah.
But it's like a whole new experience for her. She's like doing parenting all over again. And so she's exhausted by the end of the day when she drops him off. And then what ends up happening is like we don't use them as like babysitters when we could be going out or something like that. And
you can't ask for more.
Exactly. We don't want to ask for more. And so it makes us feel guilty. And then we lack that community. My mom would do it, but she lives all the way in Dorchester. And there's always an excuse like about traffic and like community is what we're lacking. Just like friends to say, hey, like
I agree.
Like let me watch him while you guys go on a date
Do that.
night. Yeah.
I always want to do that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's not a big deal for me to take an extra child.
Yeah.
But I can't, like, I feel like, I can't burden someone with twins.
Yeah, that
There's
must
just
be
a
hard.
specific, it takes a certain, je ne sais quoi to keep up with them.
Yeah.
So I never bring it up because it feels unfair to me.
Yeah.
Maybe like, you take one and just give me a break from the other one. Like, you take one and I'll take one. But that is hard.
Yeah.
I think that we need more of that, and it would benefit both parties. And there's also like, there are things like that exist that are not being broadcast. Like, I know that there is a twin support group where like twin moms with older kids will come right after a new twin mom has a baby and like do dishes and help fold laundry.
That's so sweet.
And hang out.
Yeah.
And it's just organized by the community.
Yeah.
But I don't think people know about it. Not everybody knows.
Yeah.
And then, so to that point, obviously, you survived.
Yeah.
Did you like learn to kind of trust yourself, advocate for yourself? Did you find empowerment through this experience?
Yeah, I think I definitely found empowerment through the experience. I feel like this like all powerful, mighty like woman after like being able to like navigate my own feelings and, you know, like I didn't get enough support from my OBGYN. So unfortunately I had to do it by myself with my husband's support. And so that just makes me know that like I can get through just about anything.
Yeah, it's true. So like shapes you as a person in a way. Sorry, I forgot. Hopefully you can't hear it too much, but I forgot the timer. It apparently does have a sound, but that tells me that we're getting to the end. But I still have more questions for you. I think because I'm actually getting to like the point of all this. The point of all this. Let's see what I want to ask you. I guess like, what is your advice to new moms or moms in general? And like, how do we move forward? How can we help each other? Like we were just saying, like what's going on in Beverly? What do we still need? You know, I guess it's like a long-winded way of saying, what's next for us? What do you think we should do? What do you advise?
From what I've experienced, I feel like we need to have more follow through as moms with each other. There are Facebook groups and there are ways for connection, but then the connection happens and it's just like a one-off connection.
Yeah.
I think we need to be more active and that goes with like taking care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And in order to take care of ourselves, we need to meet people and be part of the community.
And ask for help.
And ask for help.
Yeah.
And I've used Facebook groups to like reach out to other moms.
Beverly Mamas Group is a really good one.
That's
to ask
where
for
I
help.
found you. And that's where I found a lot of other moms.
Same.
But the thing about it is like we will meet one another and it'll be one time. And then, you know, life happens and we just forget about each other.
Yeah, I've been guilty of that too.
Yeah, and I have too, but I think we need to figure out a way to not forget each other.
Yeah. I love that. So we're going to figure that out.
Yeah,
together.
I hope so.
And I have a very inactive Facebook group for I Brought You Into This World and Instagram because I just put it up. But I want to create like a little forum where we can ask for advice, ask for help, ask questions, collaborate to like meet up. And have that kind of be a like active thing. And maybe like an official like Dear Abby kind of thing.
Oh,
where
how cool.
we can have like maybe like a list of us, like 10 moms that take turns answering questions or jump in depending on their background. Yeah. That would be neat. Yeah. I have so many ideas and I'm sure you do too. And I'm sure we can come up with more of them.
Yeah, I'd love to help any way I can.
Yeah. But like for right now, I think in Beverly, I know there's Beyond Birthing, there's Beverly Mamas. There's a list of things that I'm not thinking of right now. But I think there's more out there. I think we just need to put the pieces together and connect them.
And that's why we're here meeting you to like, you know, listen to your podcast and make sure that we are finding those pieces. And I'm grateful for this experience.
Thank you for like even being interested and thank you people for tuning in because I'm learning too and I'm still tired and coming out of
Yes.
postpartum.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I've been given a lot of grace to make mistakes and
Right.
try a new thing. And we're so happy that so far is working out okay.
Yeah, it's been going great.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you were a fabulous guest.
Thank
I know
you.
we didn't get to everything, but I feel like we hit on a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, there's always more to talk about, right?
Yes, and I would love to have you as like maybe one of the moms that like gives advice or
That'd be
have
fun.
you as a support. And I think I don't know how you feel, but I feel like I love to give to moms what I didn't have.
Yes, I
It's
agree.
part of healing.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's all I have to say. I just want to thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
thank you everybody for watching.
Thanks, everyone.
And like, please tune in every other Saturday at 7:30 on all the podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, everything. And we're also on YouTube and BevCam's local cable access channel. If you have cable, go, check it out. Same time. And thank you all. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was fun.
Yes.